Well, I can honestly sit here and say this is the most difficult decision I've ever had to make in my life. I've probably gone back and forth on this 100 times, just because I love the university so much, and the NBA is my dream. So just all the thoughts that have been going through my head, and they've been really tough just to choose a side. As it has been said, I am going to end up declaring for the 2013 NBA draft. But I don't want it to be a sad moment for the University of Miami, or for people to look down on the university just because I'm leaving. I want it to be like a celebration, just based on how much success we had this year. And without the success we had as a team this season, I wouldn't have been able to be in this position right now and making this jump to the NBA. So I really want to thank all the coaches that were here. Coach L has helped me so much on the court as much as off the court. Just to help me grow as a player and as a man off the court. He's really helped me in every way. Just everything about him. He's just a great person, and he's really the reason I think I can go out there and make this next step and go out and be on my own as a man in a different city without my family, and go out there and just be a successful person, just because of what he's taught me and all the values that he's instilled with me with his thoughts of the day and all those type of things. Coach Conkl's been there for me ever since 10th grade, since he called me, and they started recruiting me. He's been there, and anytime I needed anything, I could call him at night, 2 in the morning, and he'll pick up the phone, or early in the morning, help me get to class on time. He's just always been there for me. Coach Caputo, just a whiz kid. He knows everything. He knows all the numbers, and he's really helped me just with helping me against the opponents I'm going up against, knowing all their tactics, knowing all their habits, what they do on the basketball court. He's a scout coach pretty much, and he's just helped me with individual matchups and helps me with what he sees me as in the NBA and what other guys are going and stuff like that. Coach Uger helped me as a player, just because he was such a great player, and just watching him at practice still kill us at the age he is. Just watching what he does, and just the ball fakes he uses, and just the little things he does to get in the lane against younger kids who are way more athletic than him. He just helped me grow as a player. Everybody who helped me rebound, all the grad assistants, all the managers, the video guy whenever I needed a video, he always gave me a video. And just everything about the university just been so helpful in my life. And without everybody here, this wouldn't be possible. So I just really want to say thank you. And Miami is going to be home for the rest of my life. The university has helped me grow as a person. And I'm just going to miss everybody down here.
Shane, your dad was quoted Friday saying that you wanted to hold off before he said anything formal until you talked to Coach L, who I guess was out recruiting the last few days. How tough was that conversation today when you guys had it?
With Coach?
Yeah.
Coach has just been very upbeat about this whole thing. He's told me I'm his first player that's pretty much gone through this process. And leaving early, he had another point guard go early in the draft number 4, but he was a senior, so that was his last year, but he's never had somebody in this position, so he just wants to celebrate it. He doesn't want to be down, and he's a very upbeat guy, so he's not gonna let this stop him. Miami's gonna be successful for the next several seasons, and with him leading the way, I don't see no reason why they can't do that.
What were the deciding factors?
Just everything, the pros and cons about everything. Being here was a great option, just because I knew I could grow as a player, grow as a person, and leaving is a great option because it's my dream. So it really just came down to what was in my heart and what was in my gut. If I thought I was ready to play at the next level, and if I can go out in the real world and just be a grown-up and take care of myself. So those are the main factors.
What did the advisory board, what did they tell you?
They told me pretty much what I was expecting to hear. Late first round, early second, and that's what it's been ever since the end of the season. So I was expecting to hear that. That's what they said.
Shane, coming into the season, would you imagine you'd be sitting here saying you're leaving early, and what throughout this season made prove to yourself that you were ready for this?
Nah, to tell you the truth, at the beginning of the season, I didn't think I would be sitting in this position. I always had belief in myself ever since high school. Everybody doubted me just because of my height. and who my dad was. They said I played the wrong sport, all those things. But I always believed in myself. And at the beginning of the season, I knew we were going to be a great team, but I didn't know individually I was going to be in this position. So all that credit goes to the coaches and the players that were here putting in all the hard work they did. So all props go to them for helping me reach this place where I can take advantage of this opportunity and go try my talent.
At what point in the season did this light bulb start going off that maybe this is a chance that I should think about take? Was there a point in the season when it just seemed like natural for you to start thinking about the NBA?
During the SEC tournament, I had a couple of good games in a row, and that's when everybody really started talking about it. And that's when I kind of rose on the draft boards, and everybody just started saying I could play at the next level. And going into the tournament, I had pretty good games, except for the Marquette game. I didn't play my best, but after the tournament, that's when it really hit me. And so I had an opportunity to go take my talent to the next level. To be honest, after we lost, I didn't really want to even take that step because I had a bad taste in my mouth about the Marquette game. We lost. I wasn't sick, but I was sick the night before, so I wasn't able to play to the best of my abilities, and I didn't want to take that next step with this taste in my mouth. But just thinking about it and all the positives and negatives coming back to school, I just think this is the best opportunity for me.
At any point did you decide to say, I'm going to come back, and you changed your mind to say you're going to leave?
After the season, after the Marquette game, I was definitely coming back to school. Just that bad taste, I didn't want to leave the university like that. But then just thinking about everything, and then the Kevin Ware injury happened, and I just thought to myself, if I did come back to school and something horrific happened, even though it's 1 in a million chance, if something horrific happened to me like that, would I be able to live with myself? Saying that my dream was right here for me to take it and take the opportunity, and I didn't. And something happened where I couldn't play basketball to the best of my ability or get back to the level of athlete I was before. That was just one of the main things I was thinking about in the decision too.
Shane, from guys in the league who have seen you play, obviously, guys in the NBA who have seen you play, everybody's convinced that the height's not going to matter. They know you can manage a game, you can play a game. Have people around you even questioned to this day the height thing? And also, did you talk to any guys in the league about what they think you might want to do, or their opinions as you went into this decision-making process?
I've talked to several people in the NBA, several players. DeQuan Jones is one of the players I talk to a lot. He just tells me, like, the court is so much more spread at that level, and it can't be help defense like two guys just sitting in the paint waiting for you to get there. So it's going to be a way more spread game, and it's going to be easier to get in the lane, even though the athletes are better at that level. There's just way more space to work with. I talked to Ty Lawson. He's a smaller guy, so I just asked him how it is up there, and he says it's a lot more physical. You just have to be ready mentally. He saw me play, and he said he thinks I can play at that level. But it really just comes down to me believing in myself. The height is the height. If I came back next year, if I came back for my senior year, I'm still gonna be 5'11", and that's the doubt. So I could come back next year, average 20 points and 10 assists, but I'm still 5'11", so that's what some NBA teams are not gonna like about me, and those teams won't pick me up or whatever you want to call it just because of my height. So the height is the height, and it's what's helped me be the player I am, because that's just a motivating factor for me. I like people who doubt me. I like people who don't think I can do certain things, because that just gives me more motivation and more drive to go out there and do the things and just not say anything verbally, but just prove them wrong in my play. So that's.
Have you had time to look for an agent or anything?
I'm actually going up to New York to meet with agents beginning of next week.
With all the seniors obviously leaving as well, there would have been so many more shots to have next year. Did that idea tempt you at all, the fact that you could have been the same player, but obviously the numbers, which some people just look at and think is the end-all be-all, the numbers could have been real big for you next year with all the shots that might have been there for you. Was that tempting?
I was happy with the amount of shots I got this year. I could have taken more shots this year. I'm just not that kind of player. I like getting my teammates involved, and next year, with those seniors leaving, people are going to step up and have big years. So I could have shot more. I could have shot more this year. It's just the type of player I am. I'm trying to get my teammates involved first. And if that doesn't work, I try to do some more things on my own, scoring basketball. So I could have had better numbers next year. I could have had worse numbers next year. I could have had more assists. I could have scored more. Or I could have scored less and had more assists, or vice versa. So it's just whatever the coaches need me to do. And they have a lot of talent coming here next year, so I know they'll be fine.
Shane, what were your parents' input during this process?
My mom is just, she just worries about how I am mentally and how I am, how I feel inside, and she just wanted me to be comfortable. And she said if I'm ready to go out there and be a man and be on my own and have to manage my own things without having just the comfortability of like a school background behind me, then I should go. And my dad, he's just been supporting me whatever way. He just told me to either be 10 toes in or 10 toes out. Don't be 5 toes in and 5 toes out with doubt. And yeah, I've said I'm going to go to the draft, so I have 10 toes in for the draft, and I'm going to go in there and put all my hard work in and just try to be a successful player in the next level.
What are you most nervous about? The personal part or the professional part, or what part makes you have the butterflies?
Not the professional part. I grew up with that, so my dad went through it. I know what to expect. I know there's long flights, different flights every other day. Having a long season, 82-game season. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm not even nervous about going out there and playing. I'm just really anxious to get out there and do it. I already have people doubt me. So I just really want to get out there and get to Chicago with the NBA Combine and these workouts and just show everybody that what you're saying about me isn't true. I can still go out there and be successful at the next level even when you doubt me.
Do you go out and look? Do you kind of seek those doubters to kind of motivate you, or do they come to you, or?
Doubters, they make themselves known. They always have something to say. And it's funny to me because they always say something and I don't really let it affect me. I just use it as motivation. I've always used those type of things as motivation. So I don't dislike them as people or whatever. People can try to build it up to be more than what it is, but if you're going to doubt me, I'm still going to have as much respect for you as a person as I do if you didn't doubt me, respecting me and supporting me. So doubters are doubters. That's just what comes with sports, and I'm just going to go out there and do my best to prove those people wrong.
Shane, you mentioned Chicago. Can you speak on what the plan is now moving forward, like what other things you're doing and then where you're working out?
Well, I have to hire an agent first, and then some agents are specific as to where they want you to work out. And whatever agent I sign with, whether if they let me work out in Miami with a personal agent, a personal trainer that I want to work with, that'll be cool. Or if they want me to fly out and work out somewhere else with a specific trainer, I can do that too. It's just really specific as to whatever agent I hire.
And then Chicago, looking forward to that opportunity?
Yeah, I've heard several things saying that I'm not athletic. I'm not athletic enough to go out there and play at that level, and they do a lot of the athleticism testing out there just with your full court sprint, your lane agility, your vertical, your bench press, and all that stuff. So I don't think people know that like I have a 42, 43-inch vert, and I can bench press however many times I can bench press. So I'm really looking forward to going out there and just showing people what I can do, and hopefully that helps my stock in the draft.
When you talk about doubters, is it media, fans? Who are the doubters?
Just people. It can be media, it can be fans, but like I said, I'm not gonna name anybody. I don't know anybody specific. I just know they're out there. They make themselves known, and it just drives me. So if you doubt me, don't stop doubting me. I'm not gonna seek you out. I don't have anything against you. I still respect you as a person. If I see you, I'm gonna have a smile on my face. There's nothing negative about this. If you doubt me, it just helps me be motivated more.
You got a little emotional before talking about it. Do you think you'd get emotional?
I knew I was gonna get emotional. I was trying not to, but I just love everybody down here so much, and coming out of high school, I didn't think I was gonna be a player that had the opportunity to go two and done just because of my height. I always knew I was a good player, and Coach L saw me as a great player, and he always believed in me. He always told me what type of player he believed I could be. Now, I just love everybody down here so much. I've gained such a close relationship with everybody, and I really look at them as a family. Not just everybody in the basketball program, people around Coral Gables. Just the support we had this season, all the fans coming in, wanting autographs, wanting to take pictures when you're at the mall, Best Buy, Target, whatever. It's just been the best year of my life, like, by far. it's just tough leaving that, knowing that I could come back and have that same type of support, but my dream is right here. Like, I'll just have to go get it. So it's just tough having to leave that.
So you were a doubter of yourself, you would say. You said when you first got here, you didn't think you'd get to it.
Oh, well, you can say that. You can say that. I wasn't doubting myself. I would say, listening to what other people thought about me, just thinking that, oh, he's 5'11", like, he's not going to be able to do anything. So that's more what I've heard, not the fact that I didn't think I could do it, but it's just what I heard. Yeah.
Shane, when you talk about silencing doubters, you know that with the 6 of you leaving, everyone's going to say this can become a last place team again, and it's over, it was a one-year run, blah, blah, blah. To those doubters, you would say what?
I already texted the guys before I came in here. I texted them about 2 o'clock today. And I told them that I was going to be making this decision. And I told them, like, we lost to Florida Gold Coast this year, and people were doubting us then. And it started last year after we lost to Florida State, and we lost to Minnesota and NIT here at home. All the hard work started. We took like a week off, and then we got right to it in the weight room, in the gym, getting better as players, and just bonding off the court and on the court and gaining chemistry. And I told them, everybody thought we weren't going to do anything this year after we lost to them, and after we lost to St. Leo, they thought we weren't going to do anything, and we started at the bottom, and we made it to the top. So I just said the same thing, just going to the next year with the same mentality. People are going to say what they're going to say, but as long as everybody in that locker room, everybody in the conference room, we meet as a team, believes in each other, then they have a great opportunity to do something special. So I just told them, don't think that me leaving, especially with me leaving, they're going to say, oh, they have no chance now, da da da. All the seniors are gone, Shane's gone. They have no chance, they're going to be terrible. But, like, just that's just motivation to me. And if I could say, go in there and just speak to them every day, like, use this and post whatever people say on Twitter, like post it on the wall or whatever. Just look at this, like, look what they're saying. This is not true. Y'all can do it. Like, y'all have the most ability. Y'all are able-bodied. Y'all have talent. Y'all can go in there and work and get better and better. Y'all just gotta go do it. That's basically what it comes down to. And I know with the players they're recruiting, with Coach L at the head, they have a great job, a great opportunity to go out there and do it. And I just really hope that they believe in themselves like we did this year, because they have a lot of talent. They can do the same thing next year if they really believe in themselves.
Shane, in some way, did you feel pressure to come back, either from fans? You mentioned some other guys leaving. Did you feel that? Did that weigh on you at all?
Not pressure. I just know we had a special year this year, and we had a lot of new supporters and a lot of new fans that came out of the woodworks. When we went to even opposing arenas, they would come in their Miami stuff dressed head to toe, and we didn't have that last year. So I just know we had a big fan base this year, and just all of them wanted me to come back so badly, because they're probably listening to all the media and all the experts saying that, oh, they're going to be terrible if Shane comes back, but if Shane comes back, they're going to make the tournament. So they're probably listening to all of that, and people have expressed their disappointment on Twitter, and that I don't want them to feel like that. I want them to be happy and just support my decision, but there was no pressure in really making the decision. It just came down to me, myself, and my gut and my heart, and I just followed my heart. And if people can't accept that, what I'm doing is the best for me and what I believe in, then they're not a true fan anymore. So.
When did you actually know? When did you make the decision?
I actually knew, like, in my heart yesterday is when I really came down to it, like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I know for sure this is where I want to be at next year. I actually talked to somebody who's been representing the NBA a long time, and he was really high on the totem pole in the NBA, I would say. Really respected person. He asked me a question, and he said, where do you want to be in 18 months? Do you want to have another year at the University of Miami under your belt, and now working to make a spot in the NBA, or having a starting role in the NBA, or coming off the bench in the NBA, or do you want to be already established in the NBA and be working in the offseason to maybe get a starting job the next season or something like that? And that really weighed on me a lot. And when he asked me that question, I was just really silent because I didn't know what to say. So that made me really think about what I wanted to do, and just that conversation with him really helped me into leading me into making this the
Who
final
was it?
decision.
Who were you talking to? You want to tell us?
What did you tell your dad Friday when the stories came out quoting him that you were?
I just asked him what he told the guy, and he basically said that all indications were pointing towards me going, but the media, whoever it was, kind of swung it to as I'm declaring. So that's what it really was. There's nothing about it, nothing negative about it. It's just a miscommunication.
You didn't tell him to be quiet and shut up or
Who,
anything?
my dad?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't tell him. He'd been through this. He had to make this similar decision when he was a junior in college, and he wanted me to say something about it. Like, nah, I'm not gonna say anything. Because he didn't want there to be so much hype about it. He wanted people to know where I was leaning, even though I didn't make a final decision on that day. He wanted people to know where I was leaning so they could expect it, and they weren't shocked. Like, they didn't want people to be like kind of like I went back door and like I snuck, was sneaky about the whole thing. He didn't want that. So what he did is what he did. He's been through it, so I just respected it and did it.
Are you relieved? Do you feel like a weight off now that the decision is over?
And first of all, it's not nowhere close to the decision.
Shane's decision.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm kind of relieved, just knowing that like it's out there now. There's no back and forth about it. Like it's what I'm doing. I'm 10 toes in. I believe in myself, and I have to just go out there and work as hard as I did, and even harder to be successful at the next level. So I'm kind of relieved. There's not going to be the question, people I don't even know texting me, what you gonna do? Calling me, what you gonna do? Like, who is this? Yeah, so I'm kind of relieved, and I'm just really anxious to go out there and start working towards the NBA.
It happened a lot. You get a lot of phone calls.
Yeah, just people like I talked to in high school, middle school, and, at exposure camps, just texting me, even though I didn't even know they had my number. Texting me, so that happened a lot, but it was cool.
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys want me?
Oh, yeah.